Hello. Can everybody hear me? Oh, I was really debating canceling this stream, I won't lie. I will not lie. Yesterday was I don't know, a minor discussion that was going on, minor pet peeve, some problems, sure, but today it just escalated. It went from bad to nuclear, let's be honest. Let us be honest. But let everybody know that I did not set this this date, this stream, for sake of the drama. I had this set in the morning way before like everything hit the fan. What? No, 'cause it's 12 a.m. for you. Is it midnight for you? Really? You honestly don't have to stay up for my sake. Yeah, Iris, the Reddit. I'm kind of staying away from the Reddit and everything. Chaos coming, meeting me halfway. I like that. We're not gonna talk too in depth about this stuff though. Everybody who's here for the drama know that I'm not gonna talk about like in depth. I'm not gonna take sides or anything. We're at a situation right now, and stuff led here, and I will leave it at that for the most part. Like, of course, we will probably not be able to have the stream without it, but this is not gonna be the drama zone. Just play whiskey. Yeah, we're gonna play. Somebody in chat earlier said that co-op just started, so if you guys want it, we could do some co-ops. I got a lot of the stamina. I just used my basic stamina, so I didn't cap. But first of all, we're gonna start with the weekly stuff, because the weekly stuff is very, very important. The weekly stuff is where you get most of your black cards each week, and you want to be sure to get everyone, every last one of them. So we're gonna go through that real quick. In case you don't know yet, you can see all your weekly stuff here, and all of them are basically just you do stuff. You do the pain cage, and you do the Warzone attempts. You don't have to score too high, like the one where it says you have to score like 200 or 400,000 points in pain cage is fairly achievable if you manage to kill the last stage of the boss, because that one has a max points of 200,000. You usually average around 100 to 200,000 just from that one, and everything added up, you can get this really easily. And Warzone is even easier, like 200,000 personal points. That's nothing. You do your weekly pain cage attempts, or sorry, your Warzone attempts, and you're just completely fine. Chaos, what do you mean by how much have I spent so far? You mean stamina or money in the game? Because today I only spent some stamina, so I didn't cap, so you see here. But I still have like the mail, and I still have something else. Oh yeah, I haven't picked this one up yet. Right here. In this game, I bought the monthly pass twice, and I bought the stamina pass. That's it. So like 20 bucks. But 20 bucks to get stuff that's worth like 1 to 2 months. So, challenge-wise, one thing that's very important, and you might miss early on if you're new, is this Warzone resets twice per week. Once at the end of the week, and once on, as you can see, in 2 days and 2 hours. So what you have to do is you have to go in and you have to redeem the stages. You get 1 redeem per day, and you have to do 1 redeem on Monday and a second redeem on Tuesday. Otherwise, you can't get the full points early on. So you take it, just confirm once, and then you have your daily unlock done, and then you can do both your attempts tomorrow. Just be sure to actually get that. Otherwise, if you don't do your daily unlock today, you're only going to be able to do one of the stages tomorrow. So if you haven't done that, if you haven't unlocked yet, go unlock now. As for Pain Cage, your bosses might vary depending on region. I actually have a friend in the Southeast Asian region who has different bosses, so I know that depending on the stages, depending on the server, you have different bosses. What you do here is, this is all week long. Wait a second, we can only Phantom Pain Cage once per week. You get 3 attempts per day, as it says challenges today. And if you don't have much time during the week, I would say use your first 3 attempts to clear the first 3 easy boss fights here. Then tomorrow during the week, take the other 3 attempts and clear the easy stages. And then on the weekend, you have Saturday and Sunday. You have all the time in the world. If you have all the time in the world, you take the remaining 6 attempts and then finish the last 2 more challenging fights in which you might want to retry to get higher points. Southeast Asian got Roland. Pog, okay. I mean, Roland might be annoying for you, but I've played this game for like, I don't know, a quarter of a year now. Like, the bosses don't scare me anymore. Musashi has a boss? Yeah, Musashi has a boss is pretty easy. Because he's really big and he has really telegraphed moves. How easy is it to get 400k points in Pain Cage? It depends on whether or not you're able to kill the Hell level boss. If you kill the Hell level boss at any decent time and without just losing most of your team, you're gonna get upwards of 100,000 points just for this one stage. And if you do that on both bosses and clear everything before that with decent points, you should be able to get the 400,000 relatively easily. If you can't clear this, it's impossible. Are higher scores available in higher difficulties? The scores don't change much. It's always 200,000, 100,000, and whatever these is. Or I don't even remember. Those are so small, so irrelevant. Not irrelevant, but I don't remember these because you just fly through these later. But no, you don't get higher scores. It's just you get higher rewards as you go up the levels. Is it okay to use your energy refills? You mean for stamina stuff? Just go ham, Ellen. You want to level as quickly as possible, just burn it away. What do I do when... yeah, Musashi has 2 different teleports. Let's see. We could try doing a few stages. Let me just make a battle plan here. Who do I use where? What is he weak against? Let me just scout out his weaknesses. I forgot right now. Which server am I in? I'm on EU. Yeah, we're gonna look at Musashi, but I just want to scout out his weaknesses so I can plan out how I'm gonna use my characters. He always does that opening swing. Okay, so he's as you can see up here, he's weak against tank class units. So if you have a leveled Nanami or a leveled Kamui, he'll do those characters will do extra damage to Musashi. Would you say after getting pity on the beginner's banner and getting monthly BC alpha is still within reach? Alpha is still within. The thing is, that goes back to like the question of my last stream. If you only went 30 out of 40 on the beginner with BC, you are still within range as a free-to-play, pure free-to-play to get alpha during her event. Even, I think doing the math, even if I am a monthly card player and I'm 30 out of 40, I can't get her at launch, but there's always the thing that she isn't available for just one day. She has like an entire 1.5 month event during which her banner is available. So there's not much to worry about. You're gonna get a lot of BC during the weeks for just for doing the weekly stuff. And we don't know event rewards and stuff like that either. So let me actually go out and really quickly level up an additional character, because I pulled him. And if you watch my videos, you know that I would have much preferred getting a Karenina, but guess what? The gacha gods did not grace me with my wishes. What about people who have monthly? Will they be able to hit pity? Will they be able to hit pity on Alpha's banner? Good question. I don't know. Is Alpha signature weapon 100% guaranteed? No. Weapons are not guaranteed 100%. They are 80%. But Alpha's weapon will be available beyond her banner. It's just gonna go into the pool of the weapon banners, and you can pick it whenever and summon on it whenever. So let me just bring up a Lee real quick so I have another character to use. Stupid. Here we go. This is not my preferred character. I will go on record to say that, but yeah, necessary evil and all that. Oh crap, I'm out of... Really? Oh no. I thought I had way more cogs. Yikes. Well, I know what I'm spending my stamina on real quick. Thank you for the rails. What's the deal with Pancake? You need to try hard in order to get good rewards. Yes, Pancake is actually a try hard stage, because whenever you finish, you don't have to take the rewards. So you can just retry as often as possible, or as often as you are patient to. How did the near banner work? Was it all three characters at the same time? Impossible for free-to-play to get all? The near banner, I didn't play. I can only tell you what I know from CN players, because I played on JP and JP did not have near yet. But how the near banner works is you pull only for 2B, you get 9S and A2 for free, and so it's very friendly in that way. But it also has a downside of being right after Luna's banner. So there's no A rank in between, and so you can't really build up much resources. So you're definitely guaranteed to get A2 and 9S, but you might have to skip a character somewhere along the road if you want to make sure you get 2B. Is it worth it to play all 21 co-op battles? The awards per stamina doesn't feel worth it to me. I would say no. I honestly am not that big a fan of co-op and how it's structured. I think it could use some work, and I could use some extra incentive per stamina spent. Like 20 stamina is a really high bar for just a very short piece of content. You get a few extra upgrade materials, but aside from that, having to do it 21 times for the 5-star weapon is a pretty tall order. And anybody who plans to at all summon on weapons, I just highly advise against ever trying or ever going for co-op at all. Yes, the near event is very generous. Pulls on the near event are also on every pull they give you a certain amount of refund. So it's actually cheaper to pull on the near banner than on other banners, according to what I remember people on CN saying. I wouldn't say it doesn't become relevant. It's just right now, it's very, let's say it this way, co-op is very relevant for free-to-play players or spenders who don't want to pull on weapons, because that's your only reliable way of getting 5-star weapons. Like these things, you can exchange for weapons, as you know. But the amount of times you have to do it is kind of nuts. Like 14 times, that's 280 stamina, which is yikes. That's a lot. Like if co-op just costs 10 stamina a day or a try, that'd be sick. Yo, is it still possible to get alpha free to play? I need like 5 BC. 5k BC. What, you mean you need only 5? You have 10,000? Well, if you have 10,000, you're well on your way to ensuring alpha. Again, alpha has an entire patch to herself. The banner is going to be up for the entirety of it. So, yeah, you're going to have more than enough time to get the remaining 5k. If anything, I only have 5k, and I'm fine. Can I see Bianca setup? Sure. I just run with the 4-piece Hana and 2-piece Aife. I got these 4-piece from buying the passes, in case you're wondering. Yeah, I think the stamina should refill to its max as well. You only get like 40 stamina, which isn't all that much. Also, right, give me a sec. Another thing, these have reset. Be sure to do them. Just re-roll until you get the cards. Always forget, never forget that you always want to re-roll for these cards. And yeah, essentially that's kinda it, I would say, when it comes to like the weekly stuff. These really aren't difficult. Like we can go in here a bit. And I'm actually gonna switch things around, which is still lacking some of the quality of life stuff that will come later. Oh, we can use this as a small lesson on team building. Which pack gives 6-star memories? There's no pack for 6-star memories. If you buy like a small amount of stuff, ooh, they're free. More stamina. Give me that. Total recharge. Here you go. If you spend like a little bit, you get these packs that give you at the different milestones that give you the Hana pieces. So you don't have to buy a pack. For my part, I only bought the 2 monthly passes for black cards, and then I bought the monthly pass for stamina, and that's enough to get all this. How many characters is built on your account for Pancake? What does that mean? I'm not entirely sure. Can you like rephrase that question? So, not this. This is what we want. I'm actually gonna use my Alif as the main DPS here, because she's just better in Warzone than Bianca. Bianca's just too single target focused. Just a weapon, and we're gonna switch out Bianca for another live, who I believe should still be equipped. Yes. So what I have here is I have her equipped with Samantha. So whenever she heals, my A live, my elemental damage will increase. I'll have her equipped with Gloria, who was called Groda before or at least by the community called Groda before we got English names. So whenever Alif deals damage to something, the elemental resistance of the enemy goes down. And then this is just for the healing because the physical component does nothing. And we're gonna try this out a bit. And Nanami is just there for the debuffing. Shrimp, if you go back, you can see that making some minor purchases in the shop actually gives you packs with Hana early. If you've made purchases and you don't have them, go down to go into your menus, into your items, and check there, because you should have them in like a package thing. And I know I can fail these stages. A friend told me yesterday after I couldn't do the strat anymore. So I could have gotten more BC last week, but it's okay. It's not optimal. That annoys me, but it's okay. It's not gonna break the game for me. Couple unlocks at level for the 35, I believe it was. Are there any drop rate tables you know? You mean for co-op? All I can tell you is that the drop rates are low and they increase a bit over time, but generally, if you can avoid it, you should just use your stamina elsewhere. Isn't it Pain Cage? You can only use chars 5 out of 5. So I'm wondering how many main DPS is currently built on your current. Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Yes, you can only do. I only have 2 main DPS right now, so I'm kind of wondering strategy-wise what I'm gonna do. I only have Alif, who's technically a support, and I have a Bianca, who is a DPS, and also excels at Pain Cage, so that's really good. Yeah, I think Pain Cage might be a bit more interesting. Let's just go in here. Let's just say we're gonna use Alif here, and then we're gonna use Bianca on the other team, or on the other fight. And we can talk a bit about what Musashi does move-wise, because he has a few things that are, or he has at least one thing that's annoying, but it's always the same, so you just have to learn the pattern. Like for one thing, he always starts with the swing. Always, like you can always be prepared for that. Always be prepared for the swing. He's one of the easier bosses because he's incredibly telegraphed outside of the ones where he just goes supersonic mode and just rushes everywhere. $12,000 points. It's not bad. Alif isn't the burster. Alpha Pain Cage Guide. Alpha's actually one of the... Would I say she's one of the easier ones? I would say so, yeah. She's certainly no Roland or Roseblade. Or who was the really... Oh, Kamu. I don't know if any of you had the pleasure of having Kamu in their Pain Cage yet. Kamu in Pain Cage gave me nightmares when I started playing this game. Because he just ignores what you do. He's like, oh, you're attacking me? I don't care. Dodge as we do. Do the cube. Big swing and big miss. Hold him in the cube. That was a bad idea actually. Come on, do the dodge. Yeah. He swing. Swing. Wait, does he have a different rhythm at this level? Oh, this is the last one. Yeah, there we go. Dang, how does he do so much damage? That was just level 2. Ah, yes, very good question, Pupure. I wanted to say that earlier, but I forgot because I was talking about something else. You can switch your gear. There's nothing stopping you. I can just take my gear off of Alif for right now and just put it on a Bianca if I wanted to use her instead. Gear is not locked. Even characters are not locked. Characters just get exhausted. That's it. But I can just as easily go here, take this off. Go here, put it on. Easy. Doesn't Resonance stop that? Resonance doesn't stop now. You can still use the memories on other characters. It's just you can't. The others don't get the bonuses of the character who's resonating with the memory. Like if this was resonant to or resonating with a Liv, and I put it on a Bianca instead, she wouldn't get the boni that a Liv is getting from them. The Lee banner carries over, but the Lee banner does not carry over to Alpha, in case that's what you're wondering. Because the Lee banner is a rotating banner, and Alpha is going to be a debut banner. The stamina on the constructs resets each week, each time the points for Pain Cage are calculated. The bosses are not the same for everybody, they're different between servers. Like I know, for example, this is the EU boss setup, like Musashi and Alpha. I know a friend of mine who plays on Southeast Asia, he has different bosses. I don't know what they are, but we've established yesterday that he had different bosses, so I'm assuming that's different for all. Asia Pacific is Tifa Roland. Okay. As long as you don't have Kamu, that's fine. I don't have Musashi, that's fine. Yay, my bosses are different. Yeah, I'm on EU and they're the same as you. Exactly. And Ace Roland Alpha. Okay, so you have Alpha in common with us. Yes, I spent BC, Mess. I spent BC on around 15 pulls. That's why I have less than you. Roland Nozzle. Nah, yeah. Should I really pull 40 on the beginner banner? CN adds previous featured ranks, S ranks on the beginner. That doesn't matter, because if you don't, because you're not gonna aim to get your S ranks, your debuting S ranks from the beginner banner. You want to pick them up from their debut banners anyway, because as soon as Alpha, say, gets added to the beginner banner, you'll have a 1 in 6 chance of getting her, and it's just gonna get more diluted from there. So if you want any character from the beginning banner, you want to pull or you want to finish your beginner banner before another character gets added. Otherwise, your chance of getting that character from the beginner banner is just going to become even smaller. Best companions with A Karen, everybody. Everybody likes to be teamed up with A Karen because of her pull together and because she's a great backup DPS. But specifically, if you want to like build a team around and themed physically, then you want to pair her with Binanami and say a Wata, B-Liv, and another physical, so to speak. Can I check the leaderboards real quick? What do you want to see? There's just people here. Not even sure if I'm allowed to show these. Invasion of privacy or some stuff like that. After unlocking combat supply for 6-star memories, should I focus on farming it now? The drop rates for that are kinda meh. If you have everything else leveled and you have nothing else to do and you want to just grind XP because you're level gated by the story, then feel free. But unless you have other things to do, other things to level, I would not recommend it. Events usually give out better rewards for the future. But I might change my tune if like a few days down the line. Then again, I have the 4-piece Hana set right now, and I'm working on getting the second piece of Da Vinci. So once I have those and I have them maxed, I might also start farming that resource stage. Anyways, so the last one on Musashi. Boring thing is I can't show you the higher stages because of the limited attempts. Because it's the higher stages where it starts getting fun. Like these ones are just they're punching bags that just die too quickly. We can actually still attack him while he's doing this. Ah, this one. Dodge. Dodge. Yeah, there we go. That one, the one where he just splits up everywhere, is always the same. There's no like watching out for him, or he doesn't give you a sign or anything. It is always the same. You learn once how many times he does the whoosh 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 thing, and then you're good. Rack up. You're not dumb. It's a reward for topping up. If you pay around 20 bucks, that's it. You just get the 4-piece Hana set. Oh shit. Do I want to save that? Yeah, let's just save it. Whatever. Yeah, I wish I had more attempts to show you like the higher stages, but that's essentially how it works. And somebody asked like how my A-lift does so much damage. It's because I can't show you here. Meh. It's because I set the team up to make sure she does more damage. For one, she has my best gear right now, and it's just pretty much it's one level away from being maxed out the Hana pieces. So I can still level these a bit. But that's not important right now. Now, what's far more important than A-Liv's individual strength is the fact that my support characters I give her, my A-Liv and my B Nanami, have gear on them to increase her damage. So I have Samantha on her, for example. Whenever B-Liv heals A-Liv, it increases the elemental damage by 8% for 4 seconds, which is good for bursting. Groda, when the attack B-Liv does as she enters the field touches the enemy, it debuffs their elemental resistance by 6%. So we're getting stronger and we're dealing more damage at the same time from that one QTE. Binanami, as we've learned already, has a tank passive. And a tank passive doesn't make it so she takes less damage. It's so when she hits the enemy receives more damage. Right here. Attacks lower the target's extra damage reduction by 10% for 5 seconds. And then I also gave her Voltaire, which is not relevant actually. My bad, never mind. Because this is a target's defense, and defense is for physical, and resistance is for elemental resistance. Hence the elemental resistance and physical defense thing. But she also reduces through her tank passive the enemy's resistance. So what I need now is I need materials. This is the wrong menu. Oh wait, we can do the Warzone. Give me that. Gotta give me all that. Is she not on my S rank? No. She should be B rank. Maybe A if I've gotten some dupes. Yeah, she's A rank. Worth investing in 2-piece Condolina. Short term, yes. Long term, no. The only one who uses Condolina 2-piece and is relevant is Bianca, and even then, it's not her best set or her best 2 set. Do 2 sets on 2 different units stack? What? Oh, you mean if you run the same debuffing set? No, debuffs don't stack. Debuffs of the same type don't stack. That's why you also get nothing out of running 2 tanks, because the tank debuff doesn't stack. Do we have any news on the event schedule? Besides what's in the announcement, nothing official, no. Is it alright to ignore leveling the support weapons? It's alright. I always say, or the community always says, you prioritize your DPS. And once your DPS is good, you go for the other characters. In whatever order just gives you more DPS. Like, if you just always think about, okay, what gives me most DPS, you're on the right track. If you need more healing for specific stages, that's completely fine. Because the game can be challenging on certain events and challenges. But first and foremost, I would always prioritize getting a stronger DPS, because that'll just make the fights shorter and make it so you have to worry less about actually like losing. What stages should you spend stamina on while level locked between story stages? Just focus on, I wouldn't recommend a specific stage. What I would recommend you do is you look at what missions you need here in the story tab. If it says overclock, just work on overclocking your memories. If it says overclock a weapon, same story. If it says, well, I can't progress past this, but just prepare and do this stuff. And if you don't have anything to do here, you can work on doing your beginner missions, because BC, who doesn't want this? Clear military hardware, complete interlude, affection. Oh, the affection thing's really easy. Gifts. Oh, max. There we go. Pet. Oh wait, this is not the wrong place to pet. My bad. Which reminds me, I actually have to do my Durm. Should we farm 6-star memories in combat supply while leveling up? If you have nothing else to do, yeah. You can spend your stamina there. But if you have anything else to like level or do that first. Okie dokie. Do the dorm real quick. You can also tap on them. You don't have to wait for stuff for the dialogue to finish. You can just switch pages and you'll still get the rewards. Through dorms how? But by buying it. And I don't mean like buying it with money. It's just I spent all my coins on getting the nether dorm reservation or dorm purchase thingy. If you're asking why, in the events to come, we'll be able to purchase like little chibis of bosses like Roland and Nozzle, and you'll be able to fill open dorm slots with them and get more coins that way. Do we need many dorms? Yes. I don't think the choice matters if you farm the memories. Loki or Luck. No, you don't get anything for gameplay, but you get little currency to, or a bit of currency for buying some skins, some free skins. And if you don't care for skins, you can completely ignore the dorm. Because as far as I know, it never gets anything like currency-wise or gameplay-wise. This is literally A, if you want to see cute little chibis do cute things, or B, have, you know, like to just do a dorm system kind of stuff, or C, if you want the skins. If all you want to do is get the skins, you'll literally just go in there, you do the dailies for getting the coins, which they don't give yet for some reason. That's also going to be patched in later. Once it's fixed, I would say it's once the quality of life change hits. The dailies will give coins, I think. I think they did. So Storm's not mandatory. No, Billy, Storm's not mandatory, but I would recommend you you get used to it, because in the future I almost forgot this. In the future, you want to do Dorm once a day because it's gonna give you 60 extra stamina. No, I need to craft one more. And 6 extra stamina is kinda good. Yeah, there's a few skins you'll be able to get that are actually very different looking. That's already done with the dorm. It's really fast, especially once you get into the habit of doing it. It takes like 2-3 minutes. Is it worth overclocking 5-star members? I've got 4 Hana and on overclock 2. I'm not sure if I should overclock Ike to complete any story quest. For now, I would say just focus on overclocking your Hanas. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, as much as I can, avoid overclocking anything else. Because you're not going to be using them long term, as I said before. Avoid that. Just try to go ham on having a single DPS. Use Hana on them. And roll with that. Let me actually see what I need to overclock Hana more. Because Hana is great. And absolutely worth keeping around. Yeah, just do that a couple of times. Because I, like you, am level locked. Isn't that fun? Just want to experience the story more. No. No, honestly, I think the level lock is fine in this case. All honesty aside, because it forces you to like try out other things and find out how the gearing and everything works. I got Hana for paying money, essentially. It's a top-up reward if you spend around 15 to 20 bucks. Try. Is it worth to level up Voltaire and Richelieu? You're gonna be keeping Voltaire and Richelieu around for a while, so those are actually memories where I say it's not wasted to level them up, because you're gonna need them anyway. It's just the DPS ones that are really yikes, in my opinion, because you're literally never gonna use them in the future, unless you're using Ike on an elemental, because you didn't have time to actually get their 6-star set. But the others, you're just not gonna use again at all, like Urban and Ife or Ife. You're just not gonna use at all. Foresight Richelieu is good on live variants. Isn't Richelieu the physical one? So it wouldn't do anything much on a live. What is Ife as a budget Hana? It's what I'm using right now as a budget Hana. Like the 2-piece. The 2-piece Hana is actually a budget Darwin for each or pinged all damage increased by 2% for 3 seconds. It's actually a budget Darwin, which is really good. So you can definitely use 2-piece Ife for a while there. See, that's why I have it equipped to her, because it's really good. 2-piece Darwin is used on a lot of characters. And yeah, that's why, right here. You play 4-piece Samantha on live, as far as I know. No, you play 2-piece Samantha on Aelif, for example, because you want the two-piece effect of healing your elemental DPS and increasing their damage output. The 4-piece doesn't stack fast enough to matter. There's better things you can put on your healer. Yo Whiskey, what 5-star character should I choose? Well, there's no characters don't have stars. The ranks. What is better for Hana or what? For Hana, 2 Conda or 2 Con Hana Darwin? I would. If you have 2 Darwin, I would just go for Hana 2 Darwin. If you have them on the right slots, but I don't think the ones you get from Memory Rescue are on the right slots for that. Condalina is, I mean, okay for stats, but just the auto attacking doesn't really do much. What are the main sources for 6-star memories? Mainly events, Warzone, and if you really are starved for memories, you can do the resource stage, but it's the rates aren't that high from my own experience, and it's just, I don't know, I don't like the RNG component. Later on, events will just allow you to buy sets of specific memories, like the event before the Ice Lucia later on will just straight up let you buy Hanas, which is a dream. If you're starved for Hanas by the time a Chrome releases, which is the event before Ice Lucia, just go nuts on the shop there. You can buy all the Hanas you need. So events are a really good place to stack up on your memories. I built Conway for Ike 2 Voltaires. Voltaire. Is Voltaire the correct one? Isn't Voltaire defense down? If anything, you would want elemental resistance down, which would be Gloria. Then again, you want Kamui to have your 4 Hana pieces, because you want to extend his ult as much as you possibly can. Look at, isn't it just beautiful just picking up these black cards? Ah, so good. Give me all that. Give me all them black cards. Sorry, S rank, I just should choose. Did you already finish your beginner banner? Or are you just gonna choose the S rank right away? But when in doubt, you want to pick S Kamui. You want to make sure you get S Kamui from either the beginner banner or the S rank selector. Once I'm done with my dailies and I've spent my stamina, I'm gonna attempt the memory rescue with Aelif as my main DPS. Let's see if that works. No, it's this stage. No, don't lock me with this the cutscene. Mirrors, it depends on if you're willing to like spend the $1 on the pack. Like if you get that, that's just gonna speed things up a lot. Honestly, I don't understand why, if you have such a really high value pack, why it wasn't advertised more. Oh, let me see. Thank you. I'm wondering how the events are in this game. Do they add new gameplay, or are they complete mission tasks? Get currency types like stamina. Mostly the events start they're not events as in they have different gameplay. They're not like Genshin in that way where they start mimicking like Fall Guys. It's rather that it adds new bosses and it adds like challenging content like Babel Tower, if you've heard about that. And it also has a very efficient way, or very efficient ways of spending your stamina, because the rewards from events are pretty much always better than what you can spend stamina on outside of the event. Gosh, why? How did he defeat us all? I'm a meta slave, so I really will. Wait, I'm a meta slave, so even though I really want Karen, I'm gonna wait until I'm done with the newbie banner and use Dawn as my main DPS for now, so I can get Conway down the line. Perfectly valid. Like, the A ranks are really strong. That's something people always misunderstand, is there's no need for you to just feel like you have to get an A rank. Have to get an S rank, because you can just clear all of the content right now with A ranks just fine. It's just down the line where the S ranks become just better and more desirable. Should I try pull Lee? It's up to you, but I would say no. If you really want a Kimbo gun badass, and he plays really fun, believe me. I had him on JP. He was my physical DPS because I was lacking alpha on JP. He is so fun to play. You have no idea. His guns, his skills, they're cool to look at. They're satisfying to use. They sound really satisfying. He's a really well-made character. I honestly wish he was more relevant. Hey, 43, only 2 more levels until I get to play more of the story. Yay! Exactly, Envoy. He is so cool. Is there anyone who tops Lee in terms of aesthetics? I would say, in my own opinion, my favorite character design-wise is Bianca. Bianca just has it all. And once you factor in her Dark Lightning skin, she just... wow, it is a package, I tell you. Kamui in dark mode is also really cool. If you've seen him in action, he gets savage. Nerf Alpha so I can play as Lee. You can play as Lee. You can play everybody. It's just, you have to know if you do, that's not optimal. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not the optimal thing you could be doing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Your friend's Kamui is double S. That just means he got him dupe. Like, he got him from the beginner banner and then he picked him from the S selector, because that way you get 30 tickets and he's immediately double S. One dupe brings the character to double S. What is my opinion on the dorm system? I'm not a fan of dorm systems, but because I don't have to actually spend much time in it, I'm completely fine with it. It's like a 5-minute thing each day. Even I think I typed myself on JP once, and it took me like 2.5 minutes to finish it. It's not like Genshin's that actually requires you to go around cutting down trees for God knows how long, then having to do some stupid quest I don't give a crap about. Nah. Like, here it's just you go in once a day, you do 2.5 to 3 to 4 minutes of just clicking, petting some of the little chibis, clicking on all of them to pick up the rewards, and that's it. Norgold, what do you say? What are you saying about Bianca with black hair? I didn't catch your first statement, but if you're talking trash about her, we're gonna have some problems. We are gonna have some issues. Where are my orbs? Should I keep my serum bundle for future events? Still expire in 18 days. Depends on you. I think right now it's a fair thing to say that you want to reach higher levels and unlock more of the story to get the BC there, to raise your characters so you have higher stats and are better able to compete in Warzone and Paint Cage. So right now, I would say burn your serum bundles and try to progress. Later on, once you reach level 80, you stockpile them for events because you want more stamina on the events to get more use out of them, because it's a better use than spending them outside of the event. Oh, I just saw Noir. What do you say? Oh no, I'm talking about that skin being free. The Dark Lightning skin is not free, sadly. But I bought it, and I gotta say, it was worth it. Because once it drops on global, I'm gonna buy it again. It is so cool. And Bianca, Bianca or Bianca in general isn't even my wife. I just like her design. So the combat and just the overall design of Bianca so much. It also helps very much that she's incredibly strong. I'm only playing this game for waifu, Virgil, Bianca, and Rosetta. I'm a call a big doubt on that and say you're also probably playing for Nier down the road. I'm Heartstuck 5.8 as a free-to-play. Level 38. My Carolina is... which was 5.8. When in doubt, curse your own lack of skill and get good. Now, 1300 DP is kind of low. I would say at level 38, you could be higher DP. So just work on your gear a bit if you're hard stuck. Talking about Nier, how are they actually? They're very good at base rank, and if you invest into them, as in getting the weapons for the characters, especially A2, and bring A2 to triple S rank, they supposedly become ungodly strong, to where they're just the strongest team in the game. But take that information with the grain of salt, because I don't play CN. I can only tell you what the big boys from CN are telling me, or what I read on the Discords, and yeah. So, but supposedly they're strong at base, and they become the best team if you have all three and have some investment in them. Can I do Warzone? I can do Warzone. Should I do Warzone Chaos? I think that's the question. Bum, bum, bum. I mean, what are you hoping to see from the Warzone? Would we even get the collab on global? I believe the Taiwan server already got the announcement for global, for the event. So it's very likely every other server is going to get it as well. Some strategies. There's not many strategies I can show you because I'm lacking some key characters that are good to use in Warzone. Ah, dang, I just picked it up. Oh, let me just farm the cogs real quick because I need those. A strategy I can tell you, though, Chaos, is you definitely want a Carolina if you have a Carolina. Because of the gathering is very strong. Am I gonna pick Kamui? Depends. If I get Kamui, I'm not gonna pick him. Okay, I'm just gonna do this real quick and then we'll jump back into the last stage of Warzone. Should spend stamina in co-op when I'm stuck and I have to go to high level to continue the story. I wouldn't spend it on co-op unless you really are in dire needs of getting a 5-star weapon. Then you can. Thanks, slow down. There we go. What characters are safe to skip? A rank or S rank? You mean from the beginning ones or from upcoming ones? Please specify. And do you mean pulling or investing into them? For upcoming ones? That's a question that shows you that you don't quite know how punishing works. Upcoming ones, S ranks especially, you definitely want all the upcoming S ranks because there's no dud on the upcoming S ranks. Everybody's good and everybody fills a role. Like, we all know Alpha. We're gonna get Alpha. She's gonna be amazing because it's Alpha. And because she's the daughter of Virgil. The next S rank after her is gonna be Bianca, and she's gonna be the core and main lightning DPS for forever. Like, she's not been replaced in CN. And in fact, besides A ranks, none of the S ranks besides or none of the S ranks have been replaced in the history of CN yet. After Bianca, we're gonna get the Ice Lucia, who's gonna be the main DPS for Ice. You see a pattern there. After Ice Lucia, we're gonna get Rosetta, and she's gonna be best friends forever with Alpha. So we already have two S ranks, two really strong S ranks to put on the physical team. After Rosetta, we're gonna be getting Luna, who's gonna be the Dark DPS S rank. So yeah. Then it's near time. We're just gonna upset the balance of the force completely because they're just gonna be absolutely insane. And after that's gonna be S-Chrome, who's gonna be a lightning tank. No, sorry, S-Chrome's an ice tank. My bad. Correction. S-Chrome's an ice tank. And after that, it's the lightning tank S. I forgot her name. No. No, so it's so good. I got them all. Esvera. There we go. Question. Just a question, please. I got SD prior to watching your vid. Should I continue building him or focus on other characters? I have Alif, A Carnina, Binanami, and Belif currently. A character you can absolutely not go wrong with, or two characters, are Alif and A Carnina. Whether you want to build Esli is up to you. It's just he's gonna get overshadowed and outperformed by Alpha in quite a lot of scenarios. Belif and Binanami are also good long term. Is it a good idea to buy shards for Belif from the Pain Cage shop? Yes, you wanna get the Belif shards because you want her Triple S. Do you get Alif through the story? No, you get only the 3 B ranks from the story. No, Ailey is not worth investing in. He's a really meh fire DPS when fire is already kinda meh. Wait, so Nier's actually good? Nier's not only actually good, Nier's actually busted. Or rather, at base rank they're good, but they get busted if you pull them, or you pull their weapons and have some dupes on them. So there are no chance of utilizing 2 physical DPS, like creating 2 teams for physical. You could definitely do that, but you're gonna do that anyway because Nier is physical. So at that point, you're gonna run 3 physicals. Short term before Nier, you could run 3 physicals because, or sorry, not 3 physicals, 2 physical teams, because next patch we're gonna get A rank Kamui, who's gonna be another physical tank. So you would have 2 physical tanks with Binanami and a Kamui. Then you could build 2 teams there. You would be missing the physical healer unless you have Esliv. But yes, you could technically build 2 physical teams. It's just you're probably better off in terms of Warzone, for example, of building multiple teams of different damage types, so physical and then the elemental teams. How do I get good weapons out of gacha? I'm currently using 4-star on my Karenina, while my tank and healer has a 5-star weapon. The only other way to get the 5-star weapons is to pull them and co-op. Give me a moment. Just something important I have to answer real quick. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. Something very, very important I had to reply to real quick. Do you recommend starting to invest serum for 6-star memories at level 40? Fuck, I read that and I didn't actually read it, I'm sorry. Wait, it just doesn't compute. Do you recommend starting to invest serum for 6-star memories at level 40? You mean like using stamina to get materials? Because that's what I've been doing. I just praised you guys, by the way. You don't know it, but I just praised you guys. Is the 6-star weapon for Esliv good? Feels like classic compared to the other. Well, the fact that it's a weapon for a healer. So Esliv isn't like a big DPS monster, but she's a very good sustainer, and just somebody to stay alive. If you get Escami on pity, who are you going to choose? Oh, that's the age-old question. You pick Esliv if you want to be meta, or you pick whoever you like. But I would recommend Esliv. Anyway, I've been talking a lot. Let's actually do this Warzone. And we're also getting a lot of repeat questions. Again, if you have good old A Karenina for this one, this becomes a lot easier because you can just pull enemies together and kill them a lot easier. I cry every time they spread out like that. No! No! Hit me! Hit me! Oh, there we go. This is good. Yes! That's how you do a wave. Yes. And that's not how you do it. Give me an orb. Sneak the ult in between. Yes. That started out horribly, but it got a lot better. Oh, Chaos, are you also somebody in pain and suffering because you don't have a Karenina? I get that a lot. Every time. Between a Watanabe and a Bianca, which one would you use while waiting for better pulls? A Bianca. Because a Bianca becomes really good, or is really good for Pain Cage. How do you even get more entries in Pain Cage other than beating? What? How do you even get more entries in Pain Cage other than beating it? You get 3 new attempts each day. When do you think the same kind of hotfix will come? What do you mean hotfix for what? Okay, that's the thing is, Pain Cage and Warzone, I would recommend you do your last attempts always on the last day it's there, because you're just gonna be stronger then, and you can get higher points there. So there's no need for me to or try hard right now. Besides, I'm gonna get my beginner tomorrow. Beginner S rank. Because I'm gonna be able to get 50 more cards from the weekly, and I have the $1 Altera pack to get another pull. Whereas that pack is really good value. Anyway, I have not attempted the memory rescue in a while. The last one. I'm sorry I had to. I'm sorry. I know I wasn't gonna bring it up. It's just, my god, that guy. How can you put your foot so far up your own mouth? Like, holy shit. It's just a yikes. Mirrors, yes, I was dumb, and I spent BC, and I was even dumber, and I spread my own stupidity to other people and recommended other people to do the same. And I just quit out again. Maybe rescue. Let's see if I can actually do this with just A-Live. The leader skill affects everybody if it applies to everybody. You need 15,000 BC for alpha, and you need, or you use, or save up to 2,500 to get level 5. Then you need 12,500. Yeah, this is not enough damage. I can already tell. Just, oh damn! Oh damn! That was a lot of damage. Yeah, nah. I only I only have the archer almost dead. How much does the other guy have? Oh, 4 bars. Nah. Nope. That's just not happening. That's just not happening. Maybe if I brought up another DPS. I think if I brought up Ali, I could probably do it. Just because I would have the ability to switch around and use just more orbs. But this way, yikes. Barely beat it with Esley. Yeah, if you have an S rank DPS, that makes this a lot more manageable. $7,500 per weapon? Yep, but it's a 80% chance. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of effort and time because I didn't use my S rank card yet, because waiting to get my first one from summons. It's kind of, yeah, I get that, I understand that, but what are you gonna do if you get a dupe? It's not, getting a dupe is not the end of the world, but it's also not optimal because increasing, it's more important to get a variety of characters rather than having one strong character. Not this. This is what we want. Actually, I gotta stay strong. I just played with the idea of dumping a lot of resources into Ali when I'm gonna get my boy as Kamui tomorrow. Gotta stay strong. Gotta keep the resources. But we can try these for a bit. I haven't actually done that yet. At least the first tries. Do you still get the rewards? Do you still get the rewards if you fail in co-op? I actually don't know because I've never failed co-op. Because I only started doing co-op on the Japanese servers when I was max level, and you just dump, you just dunk on the enemies then. Hey, I almost level up. Do this one more time just for completion's sake. Is Kamui a great DPS until we wait for alpha? He requires a specific playstyle, but I think he should already be usable at this point in the game. And if you're able to play him at his preferred playstyle, he should already be an excellent backup DPS. And I would really like to be able to use him as backup DPS for a live right now, because they're both elemental. Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense. The getting your serum back when you lose. Hey, I am pretty good in level. How much do we need? 395. Is that possible right now? Probably not. That is 120. No, that is not possible. Unless I still have some dailies. No. And enhance a weapon. Pum 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 pum. For clock. Yoink. Weapon enhancement done. Easy. Easy clap. And yikes. Okay. Two levels. No, I'm one level away. Ha. Gotcha beat there. Gotcha beat there. Haha. I'm gonna see myself out. That weapon looks like a spaceship. It does! I'm maining A-Liv because A-Liv's relevant long term. And I haven't gotten a Karenina. If I'd gotten a Karenina, she would be my main DPS right now. How did I get so many 6-star members? It's because of... Yeah, right. I'm just gonna leave those basic questions I've already answered to you guys. Yes, long term as in the Lightning team. I can show you real quick if you're wondering why. But A-Liv is the only Lightning healer in the game, for one. And she also, I can't show you in here because for some reason I can't see it in here. At double S, she unlocks a godlike passive. Right here. When she QTs in, she leaves this EX Lightning Lure field. That's a field that heals. And if you stand in it, the character standing in it does 20% more lightning damage. And later on, you get Bianca, who is an archer. And her strength is she essentially is a glass cannon turret that fires arrows of lightning and death, and you just sit down comfortably in your healing field while just raining down death or lasering death from there. It is really strong. Is it not worth past that? No, I wouldn't say so. Like the other stuff you get, you can see here that just increases lightning damage. This is extra damage bonus of lightning lure increases by 25%. That's just the damage the lure does, but not as in the this increases by 25%. This is just the damage the healing field does as you place it. So that's not big enough to be worth bringing her from double S to triple S. And then this, let's see, lightning resistance of the target within Sanctum Cube reduced by 15%. So when she does the cube, enemies inside it take more damage from lightning sources. But she's not gonna be on the field to actually do that. So characters like Bianca can't benefit from it. And the time it would take for you to switch A-Liv in and then place this and then switch back out would be so much downtime. In the meantime, Bianca just does like 10 times the damage. This might actually become somewhat worth it once we get the lightning tank Vera, because you're gonna be switching between those two anyway. So you could switch to to A-Liv, place the cube and then switch back out. Is Luna dead? Isn't that a spoiler? All I know is like one fact about Luna, and that's from who she's related to. But other than that, like what plot-wise happened to Luna between the Lucia flashback and now, I have no idea. Just got Escame. What team should I slap him in? You probably want the team that's elemental because he's elemental too, and you want to give him a core DPS he can switch to and from. His gameplay is that you want to try to have his old mode up for as long as possible. Let me pull up the wiki real quick, because I want to show you why you want Dark Kamui in his old mode all the time. Puny Gray fandom wiki. Yes, I call punishing Grave Puny Gray. Google knows it under that name. Oh, they restructured this. That's kind of neat. Let me switch over to my browser. You should be able to see my browser now. So if you look at S Kamui, he has some pretty decent numbers on his physical. He has a normal mode and the dark mode. And this is, 100, 200, 300, up to 600%, an additional something, 120% dark damage. Or you have 2,400%. Like, you see what I'm getting at? You can have, what, 720? Or you could have 2,400. That's, yeah. That's big numbers. And now, because that's just a number, that doesn't tell you anything, right? We have to go, like, let's take another character. Let's go over to structures. Let's take everybody's favorite. Let's go down, we'll go down. Best of spoilers. We're gonna go to ultimate. And does that put it into perspective now? Does 2,400 on a 3 orb and Alpha's ultimate does 2,600 put it into perspective? Yeah. And that's just kind of a trend. Like, that's his red one that does the most, I think. But the other numbers on his skill is still, like, really big. Like, here you have, what, 540? 1,400. What is this one? 1,800 versus whatever meager shit you have up here. So, yeah, as Kamui, he dunks on people. He does so much damage. Where's the bananas? Oh, here's the bananas. Unleashes sword waves. That's kind of like the nutty part, but we're not talking about alpha. Everybody's getting alpha anyway. I don't have to sell you alpha. You're here for alpha. I don't need to sell you what you're buying anyway. Bum, 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 bum. Man, I really hope you do a Kamui guide. What's I have in my cam? If character guides is something you guys are interested in, then it's something I can do. But usually characters are not all that hard to play. We don't need an alpha salesman. She sells herself. Yeah, pretty much. What's good with alpha? If I need to sell you on alpha, it's... No, I don't need to sell you on alpha. Essentially, what this does, just as a short kind of reason why alpha's strong is, she really quickly is able to use all of her orbs for massive damage from one source. Because her sword waves are one single source, you can build for that one single source and make that as strong as possible, and that way it just becomes nuts. That's basically the core idea of it. What's the bold numbers? The bold numbers are the normal numbers are at rank 1 if the skill's unleveled, and the bold numbers are when the skill's maxed out. And if you have wait, this is a skill. If you have 3 numbers back to back, that's depending on how many orbs you used. So, base level 1, 2, 3 orbs. Max level 1, 2, 3 orbs. Question: who would you main between Aliv and Acarnina? I would main Acarnina, but in the long term, they're gonna have two different. They're gonna be on different teams, and have different roles to play. So I have to keep using 3 orbs in dark mode. I think it says here. Give me a sec. It's this passive. Consuming 3 orb gains you 10 energy. You get energy and you sustain. Wait, no. No, that's his core passive, right? And in his ult is his transformation. He becomes unseeable and you consume 8 energy per second. And you have your dark damage increased by 20% while you're in it. So the gameplay, just in rough terms, is you start the fight and you try to get into his dark mode as fast as possible. And then you spam skills to sustain the dark mode. And once you run out of orbs, you switch him out. Then as you switch him back in, he enters the field with a 3 orb, which gives you 10 energy back. Just because the switching counts towards this. And then you run him with a Hana set to trigger more Matrix and get more 3 orbs. That's the basic idea of Kamui. That's why he's such an incredibly nuts backup DPS. Because once you have Dark Watanabe, or just any good main DPS, he can stay off the field and just do his big burst every few seconds, or every time you can just switch him in for all them big numbers. Which unit should I focus on further story progress? Acarnina or Bianca? I would say Acarnina. Acarnina is way better long run. She's also better because the story often involves multiple enemies. You can just gather them up and burst them down. Can we save for alpha, or she'll be gone before we hit 15? Depends on how much you have and how active you play. If you have played actively till now, and have not spent your BC on stuff like Lee's banner or just gone apeshit with it, you should be able to get her during her banner. Got a bit quick there on the chat, so I've asked, but how does the crit stat work? It's not a percentage. I don't know. I just put points into it if it's a physical character. About ranks. Yeah, that's a topic we haven't talked about yet. The ranks are a bit of a divisive topic, I would say. Let's just go to everybody's favorite, because why not? So these are the passives you unlock at SS, SSS, and SSS+. So the first thing you unlock with Alpha is at SS. After 3 up consumption of red, increases all physical damage by 10% for 4 seconds. So which means you always want to enter your sword wave stance by using your triple red. And that's just going to do 10% more damage, which is kind of strong. But SS is also achievable for free-to-play players. The second one is after exiting sword wave, you gain 2 random orbs, which means you're going to be able to get to sword wave mode quicker again because you have more orbs, which is good. And during the effects of blue orb consumption, increases physical damage by 15%, which is you need blue orbs, a 3 ping, as a setup criteria for for her sword waves. So it's it just increases everything past that point. Everything while the 3 orb blue is active, you just get 15% more damage. But the thing is, nothing that's here is really that strong by itself. Because this might look much, but in the grand scheme of what you can get from building your team properly, it's actually fairly normal. What I mean by that is, if we go over to the memories, like the 6-star memories, And we'll just go like a normal setup real quick. Let's say consciousness chips. Is that what they call them? What? Why do they call them consciousness chips? Wait. They're called memories. Why is the wiki called them consciousness chips? What? That's weird. I don't know. That's kind of odd. Anyway, back on topic. Yeah, you saw like the one thing gave 10%, the other thing gave 15% for some few seconds there. But if you go over, let's just make a default like example. You would want which one was it? God dang it! I made videos on this, by the way. I'm looking through it and it's just like I'm not seeing it. It's not Einstein. Where's Catherine? There's Catherine. And where is not Frederick? Frick, which one was the other one? Ah, Ferret. There we go. So if we look at Catherine, you see that if you have a tank equipped with Catherine and she slaps somebody, she decreases their defense by 20%. So Alpha gets 10% on this set or on this rank, and she gets 15% on that rank. But you just slap this set on your tank, and suddenly there's a debuff for 20% for 7 seconds, which is nuts. Like 20% is nuts. If you look at Ferret, you slap this on your physical healer, your Belive, and she's just like, oh, I heal you more, and healing increases target's physical damage by 10%. Just like that, again. Then you're still building your tank. Let's say your tank runs 2 set of I'm gonna get to questions real quick. I just want to do like an example to show you how little the ranks actually matter, because you can just get so much more if you just build your team correctly and have the right memories. So let's keep with the Beanotomy, because everybody has Beanotomy. You put 2 set of Catherine on her, 40-20% debuff, and then you slap her with 4 pieces of Vinci. Because this is just the god. This is the one true god of support memories. When the owner of this memory is triggered, their QTE, in this case Beanotomy, increases the on-field characters or the player control characters damage by 10%. 10% already. Then the 4 set is again with the QTE. When all characters first of all, it triggers the other characters' supporters QT as well. So you trigger Beanotomy and it triggers, let's say, Belive as well. Both are on the field, and when everybody's on the field, you get another 20%. So you're just stacking buff on buff on buff on buff, and debuffs on debuffs and debuffs. And the numbers just go up. Like that's 20% here. Then the tank debuff from Notomy is when she's at S rank, 20%. Catherine is another 20%. Then you have Belive, who gives 10%. Then Belive still has 4 open slots, so you can put 5-star memories on her, like you put 5-star Voltaire, and you put 5-star Richelieu on your Belive, and it's another enemy defense down by 10%, and that's another physical damage up by 8%, and it's just boom, 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 more damage. Just you stack that like crazy, and suddenly the 10% here and that 15% there from triple S and triple S plus doesn't look as big anymore. Quick on-stream crash course to team building. Which is better in pair for Alpha, S or Belive? At base rank, S-Liv being S-Liv and Belive being Belive, they're about equal. Once you get Belive to triple S, which you can farm as a free-to-play, Belive is better, because Belive Actually, we can switch the game for that again. If you have the belief, we have the belief, we all do. And I have my chat closed. If you have belief at triple S, right here, where live is in reserve, physical damage of all allies plus 10%. Just all the time. And thank you for bringing it up, because I have not actually done the backstory for Live yet, or for Live yet. So we can just do it right now, actually. Why am I so dumb when it comes to navigating these menus? I don't know. How could you ever hate this game? Just look at that. It's precious. This is why you leave Belive in reserve. But you would never have somebody like that fight. Oh no, the interlude. Will you go in depth for Warzone and Pancake? We already went over Pancake and Warzone. That's like one of the first things we talked about. Yeah, the level 40 to 54 or 45 gap is kind of rough, that is true. Is it worth starting now? Would I have enough BC for alpha? If you start now, I mean, what do you mean if you start now? Like, we're 2 days in. Or not 2 days. When do we start? Like on the 16th? We're like 3-4 days in. You haven't missed that much. If anything, if you just completely withhold from summoning on the default banner, then you should probably have enough by the time alpha releases. Or not while she releases, but during her event. Is it possible to save up for Bianca after pulling alpha? Yes, I would say so. But you might want to hold off on pulling for her weapon in that case. It should be possible unless the schedule is sped up too much to get every S rank without their weapon. If you're completely unsure about anything, like you might be scared you're not getting enough resources, then the monthly pass has incredibly good value. So for the QT memory, should we just leave them unleveled and for now and focus on farming other memory sets? The 5-star memories aren't actually that good to level, and they're usually pretty low on your priority list. You should focus on your DPS memories first. Envoy, the punishing schedule is probably gonna be kind of similar to Genshin's schedule, around 1.5 months, maybe less, like 1 month, 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 week, maybe something around that. The patches don't make themselves, and it's not really a bad thing either. Because if the schedule is too fast, you're not gonna have a lot of time to save up for the characters. So there is that. You don't want it too fast because, yeah, you're just gonna have 1.5 months. If isn't that twice the speed? No, 1.5 months is normal. I'm not talking 1.5 months between S ranks. I'm talking 1.5 months between patches. If we had 1.5 months between S ranks, that would be oof. But it's usually it was 1.5 months between patches. And the patch rhythm is S rank, A rank, S rank, A rank, S rank, A rank. No problem. That's a common misunderstanding people have. S Bianca will be the next one. Everyone goes after. Then Ice Lucia probably. Exactly, that's the release schedule for the S ranks. And in between those S ranks, we will have the Lightning Tank, Achrome, who's absolutely pivotal for the Lightning team until we get S Vera. Was talking about the 6-star memories. I got lucky and gotten 2 of Cat and Philip. Oh really? That's actually really good. Because those are really important memories. Oh yeah, sorry, it's not Ferret. Ferret is what the fans used before we had official names. It's Philip now. It was Ferret the Second. If you luck sack Alpha early, would you use the remaining BC to get a dupe since weapon banner is always available? No. I would not. Because one dupe doesn't do anything. One dupe brings you to double S and you can farm double S anyway. If I wanted to really invest in Alpha, I would go for 2 dupes so I can get triple S. Wait, is that enough? No. No, you need 4 dupes in total, I think, to get. You need 90 frags from double triple. Yeah, you would need 4 dupes. So 3 dupes if you do War's Pain Cage and get all the frags there. But if anything, I'm gonna go for the weapon anyway on Alpha. That's why I bought the monthly pass, because I want to roll on her weapon. Because out of everything, the weapon is the biggest DPS increase you can give a character is just getting their signature weapon. Yeah, this is already starting to sound like a Cinderella story. Anybody who wants to do physical teams long term, you will want to read Liv's backstory as soon as possible, and then start farming her B-Liv or B-rank fragments every day. After Alpha, who's going to be the next banner? We're gonna have a double banner with Ayla, A-rank Ayla, and A-rank Dark Watanabe. And A-rank Dark Watanabe is essentially the DPS you want to pair with S Kamui. And he's really cool too. I said B-Liv fragments. But you actually you can farm both, because you want B-Liv to triple S and you want A-Liv to double S. Why is B-Nanami necessary for Alpha? She's not necessary for Alpha. She's necessary for bursting in Pain Cage. And I will show you why. I will show you why. Skills. For one, we've learned the tank passive of slashing resistances. And then her Baloo skill has this little juicy piece. Which one was it? Reduces defense of targets hit by the blue skill by 15%, this goes up to 30%. So what you do is you start Pain Cage on Beanotomy, you jump forward to them, you slap them with this, and you switch out to Alpha, and then just banana wave them dead. Did you claim free weekly pack from the black card store? Yes. Yes, I did. Dio, there's no hurry on the A-Lift because that's still S-rank Bianca is still 3 banners away, or 3 patches away. How many weapon types are there in the game? A lot. Characters quite often don't share weapons. How do you guarantee 3 or blue? That's the hard part. Actually, I can level this because I'm gonna need it anyway. The thing is, what you do is you want to, or you might not want to. If you want to do the strat, you're gonna have to bring Beanotomy to level 80 and awaken her. If you awaken her, she unlocks the Ultimate Awaken ability, and she starts the fight with 3 extra orbs, which means you don't have 4, you have 7. And with that, you're guaranteed to have a blue, and you're just looking to get enough blues to where you can burn everything else, and then have the 3 orb of the blue for the debuff. And if you don't get it, you just quit out and you go back in. Yes, that's why if you watch my future-proof video, I say that she's good if you want to go for the strat, but she's also very resource intensive because the level 80 isn't an issue, that battle power isn't an issue for this, but what you need for the awakening is, where I go, wait, is that here? No. Where do you see that? Is it, it's somewhere. Here, awaken. There we go. Level 80, that's not the issue. This, 5,500 BP, not an issue. You get a 5-star weapon for Nanami from doing the novice stuff. That's gonna help a lot with the BP. This is the problem. 6-star memories with 12 resonances means you need 6 pieces of 80 like 6-star memories, and you need 2 extra memory pieces per memory equipped to do the resonance thing to unlock the awakening skill, or the Ultima Awaken or Ultima Storm. Which, that's why she's I have marked her as yellow in my guides, because it's good if you're willing to invest the resources. But I wouldn't say it's a recommended or necessary thing to do. Let's spend some more stamina. I'm not gonna do the S-Liv story or the Liv story on stream because that's I get focused on the reading and I just ignore chat, and that's just not what you're here for. Just gonna do more resources. Is there another one? No. Then just you can watch me do this boring thing. Basic physical team. You want for alpha, you want a main DPS like a Karnina. Then you want somebody who increases damage, be it B-Liv or Beanotomy, be from debuffing or buffing, you know. And then you want alpha. The reason being, you want alpha just unloads all of her orbs with her sword waves for massive damage, and then she's kinda out of energy and needs to take a quick break in the back line to get orbs back. Is it worth dumping serum for co-op event? You would need to spend 420 serum on the full rewards. I would say it's worth it if you're never planning to pull on weapons. If you ever plan to pull on weapons, then you'll be getting enough 5 stars just from the banner to break down the 5 stars and buy the 5 stars you need. If Like I said, if you don't plan to pull on that, then yes, that's your source of 5 stars. Or a source of 5 stars, because there's going to be event 5 stars, there's going to be events that give you 5-star material, but it's just going to be a bit away. So Alpha, A, Karen, B-Liv, yeah. Yep, that works. You slap B-Liv with you 6-star wise you want Catherine and Da Vinci, and if you have for 5 stars you can put stuff like Voltaire on her and some other stuff that just increases her stats, so the QT does a bit more damage. And just be sure to not confuse resistance down with defense down. Resistance is for elemental resistance, and physical defense is for the physical stuff. Actually, now that I'm saying it, I never actually checked if they worded that correctly. To really highlight the difference. Where is it? Gloria. Ah, nope, they worded it correctly. Elemental resistance. This is the difference. This is an important difference. She decreases elemental resistance, and Voltaire decreases the physical defense, which is just called defense. So they should put physical defense here to highlight that it's different. Because if just saying defense could very easily confuse you, be like, oh, this just makes it so my elementals deal more damage. But this has no bearing on what. Wait, it's down here though. Really? Okay. See, this is something you could put on the. This is something we have to tell them, just to make it clear. Physical damage, yeah. That was just an oversight, I think. Look at the 6 stars. Where is Catherine? There she is. Targets. Physical defense, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's Groda's or Gloria's 2-piece not having it is just an oversight. Yes, I just thought about putting it on the Discord, but Discord's locked, I know. Would it not be better to have Cat and Da Vinci on tank of DPS and live with the healing buffs? Well, if you... Well, that's very dependent on your team comp. Because I'm assuming... again, it depends on who you're running as a tank. You wouldn't... You don't switch to be Nanami, for example. She's just a QT bot. And you never put Da Vinci on your other DPS. Because you can, if the other DPS benefits more and does more damage from their own set. But Sven, if you're unsure, just post me a team, and we can rate the team. It's team ratings. God no. I mean, there's not a lot of characters to even put together. Anyway, we're gonna end this stream soon. I'm gonna repeat all of the things you should watch out for this week to get your maximum BC output though. Because that was supposed to be the stream topic before we got sidetracked by all the other questions. Leslie, any tips on the level 80 memory rescue? Hey, my guess is as good as yours. I haven't cleared it either. How do you complete all the stages of Pain Cage if each character only do 5 attempts? You have 2 main DPS. You have to have 2 DPS characters. Okay, I got no more stamina, and I don't think I have anything else saved up. Okay, then let's kick somebody from my friend list. Somebody who's been inactive. Who? Huh? Left online 2 days ago. Sacrilege. How do I kick you? How do I actually kick you? How do I kick this guy? Oh. Doy. Anybody else who thinks they can stay offline for 2 days and not get kicked? Yeah, thought so. It's just a revolving door over here. Don't kick John. I will kick you if you're offline for too long. Play the game or get out of here. At least when it comes to my friend list. Okay. So, one more time. So we actually can end on the topic. So what you're gonna do is, this ends in 2 days. So you want to get this done right away. If you haven't done it yet, go in here, begin mission, and unlock one of the 2 stages. Doesn't matter which one. Tomorrow you're gonna get the second unlock. If you don't unlock one stage today, you won't be able to do both stages tomorrow. So unlock both stages. Unlock one stage today, one tomorrow. Because the event, the Warzone, the first Warzone in each week is only Mondays and Tuesdays. So it ends really quickly. Then it's a pancake. With 2 bosses, you're gonna need 2 main DPS. For my example, or for me at least, I'm using B-Live here. A-Live here. And once I get through Musashi, I'm gonna use my A Bianca to fight Alpha. One thing to note is you don't have to run a 3-team. You have to at least deploy 2 constructs. So for the early stages, I would recommend only running, say, A Bianca with a trash character, a character you don't have leveled. So for example, for the first 3 stages, my A Bianca will be able to deal with the boss just fine by herself. So I would just pair her with, say, my unleveled Lucia, or my unleveled, or ungeared and unequipped and unskilled Ailey. Then on the higher levels, it's where you want to use your 2 characters that are more optimal. Like a proper setup later would be to have a tank on both sides. But because I haven't used my Binanami yet for the debuffing, I can have... She has 5 charges left. I can use her on these 2 stages for Alpha and for Musashi. Just because I didn't use her early. So you gotta kind of plan ahead who you're gonna use where. And that's just it. You just need 2 characters that can deal damage. And since everybody can kind of deal damage if built correctly, then you're good. Like, look at me. I'm 1% right now using a healer. It's possible. You can live your dream. Any closing questions? Well, I'll just take a sip of my water. No, Shinha. Don't let your memes be dreams. If B-Live is for physical teams and A-Live is for lightning teams, what's the point of S-Live? S-Live has her own role to fill. She is a super tanky, self-healing monster that just does not die. So you use her for content that is not timed, and that really is out to kill you. Like later Babel Tower, scoring high on that will mean you have to put a lot of buffs on the enemy and a lot of debuffs on you. So a character that just refuses to die, like S-Live, is very, very helpful. Streaming tomorrow, I don't know. After work, I have a lot of energy today because it's Monday, but streaming after work, if it's stressful, is exhausting. That's why I'm just going for 2 hours. I wouldn't be able to do like 3 or 5 hours. Can you show us your DPS gear? Well, you make it sound like I have a lot of it, but I essentially just have this. I'm just using 4-piece Hana, and whenever I need somebody else to be main DPS, I just take those and switch those over. Does Lightning Live have to be SS to be usable? No. She wants to be SS for when you support a Lightning DPS, but to be usable, she's completely fine at any rank. How do you finish 12 stages? They ask in the weekly if there's only 10 max. Right? 12 stages, what do you mean? Oh, you mean the Warzone stages? Is it the Warzone stages you're confused about? Yes. The 12 Warzone stages are 3 here, 3 here. Pardon me. And tomorrow evening, this will reset. You can see here it's only 2 days. It resets the beginning of Wednesday, or no, actually, for me, like right now it's evening, so it resets Tuesday evening, and after that, a new Warzone for the remainder of the week starts, and it's another 6 stages for a total of 12. Where can I bug you more? Come on, Chaos. What do we have? Is package bosses different for each regions? Yes, they're different between servers. Can you explain the different types of tickets? That's a very basic question. You can watch a lot of the beginner guide videos on the gacha, like mine, self-plug, and that'll cover it. Estef is really fun. Used to clear 80 out. Yeah, she's also really strong. Do you talk about A-Rank Kamui? Story, you get to play him for one mission. Yeah, A-Rank Kamui wasn't ready at the Chinese launch, so that's why he's not in the game. But he doesn't really serve a purpose because Nanami does the physical tank better because of her blue skill. Which upcoming A ranks are skippable? It doesn't matter because you can get them anyway, and you don't have to use BC for them. Would you? Okay, now I just have to scroll up. Crap. If I recall, the game has 2 healers that act like more than just healers. Yes, that's correct. Melancholy. Eslif is like the tanky self-sustainer, and Avera can actually be used kinda as a DPS because she does a good amount of damage. I'm a healer, but yeah, pretty much. How do you get those 6 stars? From top-up bonuses. How do you get Hana? Where do you get the 4-piece Hana? Where do you get the Hana? You have to spend speedrun those weeklies. Just set your team to be undeveloped. You could, but you gotta do the Warzone anyway, so whatever. I don't have a Discord set up for my YouTube purposes, but since people have been asking about that a lot, I might think about it. I'll have to ask another YouTuber exactly how that's best to set up, like mod-wise and stuff like that. Is it good to rush story or spam resources? The easiest way to just go about it is you just rush your story until it level gates you, and then you go and farm resources. Because it's gonna level gate you really soon. What characters would you go do? Wait, what? What characters would go good with Esli? You have S Kamui and Biliv. Just build a physical team and pretend Esli is alpha. Unless you're pulling alpha. Then don't invest in Esli. I think the deleting friends is buggy. As soon as you scroll away from the person you want to delete, it does not work. I want to add you, but you haven't deleted anyone. Okay. Nice to have a streamer in similar time zone. EU, right? Yeah, I'm in from the EU. There's not many EU content creators, I feel like, when it comes to gaming. Like, at least it's something as niche as, like, gacha games. Hey, I could carve out my own little niche here. What do I farm in level 35? Can't continue story yet. Do resources and try to complete these quests here. Like these quests later on as you go higher in the story. You can actually unlock 6-star memories from these. Just make a channel on Discord and share the link here. Make a few moderators to keep it alive. We'll see. Most use Southeast Asia or US. Yeah. Go make a Discord group. People just keep asking that. What? So you can pester me on Discord? Is that it? No, I know. Of course, it means cultivating a community. Just kidding. Do you know some of the critics wasted PC only and can't say for alpha and are not trying to squeeze compensation? But I can see people doing that. People can be really scummy. If you didn't do your homework and you're like, oh, I must just sub it on this banner here because it looks nice, and you didn't inform yourself, the resources were there. I literally uploaded a video on like the gacha on the 26th of May, and there was resources available ahead of time. If you didn't do your research and you pulled on a gacha and you end up losing, that's your fault. That's just your fault. You have nobody but yourself to blame. The whiskey cult. No, I've been thinking about, ever since somebody said Whiskey Titan needs a VTuber model. I've been thinking about how to call chat, and Chaotic also calls his. Well, no, he ends with "Stay Chaotic," doesn't he? So I've been wondering, like, how should I call you? I'm like, should I call you guys Titans? I think Titans would be a really fun thing. Sub Titans, whiskey here. Or would that leave a bad taste in your mouth with the Titans from Attack on Titan just be completely retarded? Call us alcoholics because you're whiskey. I can see that. Sub alcohol? No, I can't do that. You do not want me to drink on stream. That would go nowhere fast. You guys want to hear a fun story how I came to that name? Because it's not what you think. Fuck it, I already started. So before Whiskey Titan, I had a different name, and it was a name from my edgy teenage years. So I'm not gonna share it, obviously. But I was in job learning. It's a thing in Germany, and it's kind of like a school thing. So we're just standing there getting food, getting lunch, and one of my classmates there pulls out his phone and he's like, "I got this. I need a new phone. I need a new online name." So he's like, I have this app, and it's gonna throw me out some names, and I'm gonna pick a new name." And he rolls and he rolls and he rolls, and it's like it shows the if you're as old as me, you remember those XX Shadow Killer XX names, crap like that, and it legit throws out names like that. And it just throws up Whiskey Titan. And like, that's so funny. That is so funny. We just have a laugh, and I go about my day, go about my week. It just sticks with me. I'm like, I just call the guy up. It's like, "Yo, Tom, Tom's not his real name, but I'm like, okay, Tom, that's a cool name. Are you gonna use that?" He's like, "Nah, I don't like it." I'm like, "You don't like it?" Yes, exactly. Dark XX Dark Lord XX Shadow Killer 1942. Yeah, it's that crap. That's the stupid online names I grew up on. So I phoned Tom. It's like, "You gotta use that," or I DM him on Steam. I asked him, like, "You gotta use that." He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna stick with my name. Like, I don't mind. Like, the other ones were all trash." I'm like, "Whiskey Titan was not trash. I am Whiskey Titan now," and I changed my name from a stupid little fucking app. Other people put real thought into their names. I'm just like, oh, I cut it up from my app. What's up, MG? It's like the closing thoughts right here. Sorry. All that super edgy names. It's not a good story. That's the point. The point is, it's not a good story. It's super stupid and mundane. Oh, you got it from a goddamn app that just threw whiskey and Titan together. Anyway. So closing thoughts. Names come from weird places. Do your homework. Don't forget to do your weekly stuff because it's where you get most of your BC from. XX, I am the legend 27XX. Where did you learn to hide your German accent? Do I hide my German accent? I don't know. People, I can't tell if I have a German accent or not. But I did grow up bilingual, so that probably helped a lot. Wink. A good story as always. Yeah, everything has simple beginnings. You have to start somewhere, right? Any other closing thoughts? Yeah. When it comes to like the drama, which people probably wanted to talk about, just stay cool. And if you like the game, just play the game. If you don't want to spend it, you think it's not worth it, just play the game, enjoy the game. Gameplay's great, story's great, sounds great. And keep your eyes and ears open for Kuro's statement because it's gonna be coming out soon. Wink, wink, wink. Yeah, with that, I'm stop the stream, and I should be able to stop this a lot faster because I've done it a couple times now. Ha! Got open right there. Yeah, the video things, I don't know what to do for the next video. I'm going to figure that out. Anyway, it's late for me and I'm gonna hit the sack soon. So good night, guys.